James Linus, these two wines are next from Red Phoenix, two red wine blends. I'll tell you about them, so stay tuned. And by the way, thank you for coming by the tasting table. So here we go with these two wines. I'll just begin with the first wine. This is a California wine. This is a 2019 vintage. Back label, if you look at here, some nutritional information. Also, this is a vegan-friendly wine. Now, what I like about this producer is they put a lot of information on their text sheets, and they tell you about where the fruit is being sourced. While that might seem obvious, in a California blend, you don't necessarily know where things are coming from. So I like this producer in that they put a lot of information on the text sheets. First of all, this is 75% Lodi, 15% Napa Valley fruit, as well as Mendocino at 5% fruit. ABV is 14.5%. Now this wine is 93% Cabernet Sauvignon, 5% Merlot, 2% Zinfandel. It's aged 18 months in 100% French oak. Now, first of all, what's important to think about these two wines is they are really dominated. In fact, they could be labeled as a Cabernet Sauvignon. They're not labeled as such because on a yearly basis, that can change. So the nose is presenting with notes of tart berries, cassis, violets, spice, and a bit of leathery notes as well. Suede notes. And next, the palate characterization. Now the palate presents with cassis, black pepper, clove, and thyme, 91 points out of 100 points. Now the price point is in the early 20s. It will vary depending on location. And next is this wine here. This is the Napa Valley red wine. So now the Napa Valley red wine is next. I'll show you the label up close. It's called Rubeus. And to me, I think this is a really nice wine. It is a $60 price point wine, so it's a different price point. The fruit is mainly from Napa Valley. Now let me show you the label up close, the front label. And here is the back label. Napa Valley appellation is 89%. 7% of the fruit comes from Mendocino and 4% comes from Sonoma County. The varietal composition is 95.8% Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot at 4.2%. The oak is 24 months and 100% French oak, medium plus toast. And I think that's really essential to talk about. $60 price point. So you can get more expensive wines from Napa Valley, but you don't have to all the time. And a wine like this is expressive, and I think it's a sophisticated wine. And one of my call outs is really to seek out French oak. I prefer French oak on Napa Valley Cabernets. And I never want to see an American oak barrel not because I'm against American oak, but because the flavor characteristics I think are just a little bit too profound. So let me talk first about the nose on this wine. Now it's red and black fruit notes, autumnal force, thyme, and wild sage. And next, the palate characterization. I like the texture on the wine. It's very nicely silken tannins. So on this, I'm getting notes of, on the palate, cassis, dried herbs, pepper, and rose petal. This wine is 93 points out of 100 points. I also didn't say the ABV on this, which is 14.8%. Again, $60 suggested retail price point, and a really nice set of wines here. And if you're looking for Cabernet Sauvignon dominant wines, red wine blends, these are the wines for you to try. Seek them out. I think they're really delicious. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video review. Between videos, you'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. If you already have, merci beaucoup to you. I do appreciate it, and I will see you very soon. Santé.